Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video, and a very quick one today, but I really wanted to make this video just for you to take a look on the stats of the R-73, so that we can actually compare it to the AIM-9L, to the R-27T and R-60s and MatAWG 2s, and all the more advanced air missiles that we have in game, right? And just to kind of reiterate how OP this missile is, even if it's very nerfed still in some areas, like IRCCM, like the TVC is kind of weird, wobbling around sometimes. The autopilot is really weird. It kind of looks like the AIM-9G before it was fixed, right? The autopilot just tries to correct itself and then overdoes, you know, and just tries to go back and it misses the target. So yeah, the autopilot of the R-73 is very weird. The TVC is very weird. Doesn't have IRCCM. So yeah, of course, there's many considerations to put into that. But still, it's something that we might... there's some lessons that we can see here. So let's go with the missile sheet here. I don't know who made this actually, but I found it on the Reddit. And it has basically the files of the game just on a Excel kind of page here, so we can actually take a look. So let's just let me try to, why am I not, oh there, too much, yeah, there you go. So here we have some missiles. The R-73, PL-8 even is here, but these stats are probably kind of weird and wrong maybe, so these missiles are not added. The MatAWG 2 is here. This is the AIM-9L, AIM-9L, R-27Ts, and etc. So let's start with the mass. So as you see here, it's a very big missile and a very heavy missile. I mean, look compared to the R-60M, they're, oh my god, they're like 2.5 more almost of weight. It's very heavy. And it's even heavier than the AIM-9L. Of course, way less heavy than the These were the R-23, 24, and 27. Just obviously they're supposed to have a lot more, you know, a lot more range in general. But there are some weird things that I wanted to talk about these missiles as well. So mass at the end of the booster. This is one of the main things. So yeah, 71 kilos. It's heavy. So it is a heavy missile. Okay. The weight kind of doesn't mean anything. It's more the drag. After they ended the acceleration, right? But still, it's even better if it's, I mean, it depends on the gravity then, right? If the missile is going up, it's going to be a worst for a heavier missile, and if it's going down, it's going to be better for a heavier missile. So it depends on that, but everything else, it's more due to the drag after the missile is ended its burn, right? On the acceleration, of course, due to this, it probably means that the R-73 will burn a little bit. It will need to burn a little bit more to get the same speed. We have the size of it, which kind of doesn't mean much. Force exerted by booster. So here we can see a funny little thing. So yeah, these are in newtons obviously, but so kilonewtons would be 1,000 of these. So for example, R-73 is 13.7 kilonewtons and AIM-9L is 10.0. So yeah, it is different. The R-73 has a lot more power. Not a lot more power, but it is like 30%, right? More power, almost there, something like along those lines. It is heavier, so it needs more power, so that's enough. But it is like 15% more heavy, having 30% more power, and also burning for 0.2 seconds longer, which means that, not counting for the drag, just for the mass of the missile, we already can see that the R-73 is it has a lot more energy. And we can see that with the total delta V in meters per second. The delta V is basically the amount of energy that the missile has. So as you can see here, 869 compared to 819. So yeah, the R-73 has more energy than the AIM-9L. So you can see that even in a long range shot, the R-73 is better. The R-73 is going to be better than basically anything to the AIM-9L, right? So it's complicated. Even nerfed, it's already better. Imagine if they actually added the proper systems of for this missile, right? Another funny thing is that a lot of people is talking about how the R27 is actually like missing burn time or something like that. You can see this, that it's kind of weird. The R24 has more energy than the R27. So yeah, that's a problem, okay? I don't know, some manuals say that it's 8.6, but I don't know about the power. As you see here, the thing is the power. These burns they're very short, but they have a lot of power. And this is a longer burn with basically a less of a higher power, right? So basically a thrust, a smaller thrust. But if you consider as well that, I mean, 26,000 in 6 seconds, if you put it in 3 seconds, it would be 52,000. So I don't know, it is weird. It's probably due to the drag of being able to turn better due to the larger canards. But I don't know, it's just weird. But hopefully they fix it if it's wrong for the 8.6 seconds that it should have, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's another minor weird thing. You can compare them to the R60s as well. As you see here, this is a clear indication on why, for example, the R60M has such a low energy and low range compared to the R73. It has like 40% less power, burns for almost half the time, so that basically means that it has a lot of less delta V. Of course, it is a much lighter missile, but still, it is, I mean, it's a lot more power. It's more than twice as many if you consider that it's more powerful, and it has basically twice as much power, right? So yeah, TNT fuse, I mean, doesn't mean much, but yeah, the proximity fuse in meters would change a little bit. I mean, if you have a larger payload, you could get away with a larger fuse range. So I don't know why is it that small. I think it should be higher, but I don't know anything about this in the manual of the R-73, so I don't know. Maybe 6 kilos would be better with a 6-7 meter. It would make the missile a little bit more effective. That's probably one of the reasons why this missile is not that effective yet when closing into a target. The autopilot together with this makes it that you have to actually almost hit the target perfectly to actually destroy the target. With such a large payload for such a small missile, I mean, it's almost 6 times, it's five times more powerful, 4 point something times more powerful than the R60. So yeah, it's a large payload. But yeah, here we have the guidance type, IR, the start delay. As you see, the delay is a little bit less than the R60M, which was already the smaller one of the game. So that basically means that the R-73 will be better as a dogfight missile. This is one of the reasons why I think the R60M is better than the AIM-9L as a dogfighting missile. It's just due to that. It starts to guide itself a little bit quicker, right? So it has a smaller minimal range. So yeah, guidance duration kind of doesn't matter too much. It depends on the range, but still kind of weird. 23 seconds, I think it's too low, but still, I don't know if that is true or not. Maybe you can tell me on the comments. This doesn't mean too much. Field of view. So yeah, apparently, I don't know if this is true, because this is wrong actually. The field of view, the inner field of view. I don't know, this is just weird. This is not updated yet, I don't think, because in the game right now, I think it has 2.0 degrees, because it's smaller than the Magic 2. And yeah, I don't think it's 4.5. Even the R24s are not that big. And it's way smaller than the R60M. This might be wrong, okay? But still, it is around 2 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. Gimbal limit, of course, it's the highest of all. I mean, come on. It's the one that actually can do this type of gimbal limits. Track rate is almost twice as the R60M. So this is amazing, right? It doesn't mean too much in the game, but still it's amazing to see this number. It's the amount of degrees that the missile can track per second of basically a target moving away from it, but still, it is complicated. Maximum lock, maximum, yeah, this is another thing. 45 degrees, this is the amount of the normal R60 of the off-bore, basically, so pretty amazing. minimum angle of the sun. So yeah, this is the weird part. The R27T basically doesn't capture the sun at all, and the R-73 captures more than the R-60M. So I don't know, it's kind of weird. This might be wrong, but look at this range, man. Lock on range for rear aspect and all aspect. This is completely wrong as well, even though it's here. 4 kilometers is not, I mean, if the target is maybe on military power, yes, but if the target is in full afterburner, I tested this with the MLD and the F-14. The MLD, I was detecting it and locking it from 6.5 kilometers. 6.5, man, in an all aspect shot on a head-down pass. And the F-14 was even more, it was like 8 or something. So it is very much an all aspect shot missile. These are other things, like for example, IRCM detection range. The IRCM, okay. Digital IRCM. Interesting. I don't know what that means, but it's one type of IRCM, but still, I don't know what it means that the R27 has it. IRCCM. So yeah, in here in the files it says that it has IRCCM, but apparently it doesn't. So I don't know. Maybe it's not properly done yet. Slaved by radar, proportional navigation. I mean, affects how far ahead it attempts to lead. This is probably what is happening, that it's attempting to lead too much and going back. So this might fix a lot of problems if this number is lower. Base indicated airspeed, I don't think this changes too much, but it is a lot higher than the other ones. And this, you can tell me what this means exactly on the comments, because I really don't know. Somebody tried to explain to me once, but even the guy that tried it didn't know exactly how. But yeah, and then we have the flight characteristics. So maximum fin angle of attack. This is very important to pull a lot of angles of attack and basically turn a lot. So yeah, not a lot if you see compared to the R27, R24 and AIM-9L, but still pretty good. Maximum fin lateral acceleration. Amazing. I don't know what that means exactly, but still wing area multiplier. Multiplier. Maybe something like the amount of... It uses this to calculate the amount of drag and lift as well for the missile. Start speed meters per second. Weird that 0 then nothing. It's probably just a typo. Maximum speed. I mean, doesn't matter too much anyway. Maximum stat card. It's basically useless. These speeds are just useless. They don't mean anything. Flight time until nothing too major. Of course, the R-23 and 24, they have a delay. 27 apparently has a delay as well, but it is very, very small. So yeah, it is very much a dogfighting missile as well. It's even better than the R-73 sometimes. Minimum range, I mean, 30 meters, yeah, but most missiles will miss from that area, from that angle. Maximum flight range, 25 kilometers. Pretty good if you compare that. It's almost the same as the R-23T. So yeah, it's amazing. And then we have the G limit. So yeah, Magic 2, don't start on this because Gaijin said that this is the real life maximum G of the Magic 2. The only thing that I don't think the Magic 2 has is the IRCCM. So yeah, we have to be careful with that, but still there are manuals saying that, and they actually show that the 35G is the actual limit in real life. The R-73, there are some couple of manuals that say that it can pull more depending on the situation, on pressure, temperature and stuff. So 40 Gs is pretty good, but yeah, a lot more than everything else. And then thrust vectoring. Obviously, we have thrust vectoring. This might be wrong or not. I don't know. It's just weird. DVC is really, really weird sometimes with the R-73. But yeah. And as you see here, the AIM-9L is not bad, and even the AIM-9M would be very similar to the L, but with a better seeker and IRCCM and etc. But still, I just think that the R-73 is way too powerful to be added like in its full capacity. And I really think that if they don't add it at its full capacity, I don't think it should be added. If they add it, they should be adding it realistically, full capacity, together with other missiles like the AIM-9M, like the Pythons, maybe IRCCM for the Magic 2, and others, you know? So it's either or. I mean, everybody has it or nobody has it. Or this weird nerfing system of nerfing the missile, it's just kind of weird in my opinion. But this is just my opinion, you know? yeah, I know a lot of people that play Russians that really want the R-73 no matter what, and I love and I know some people that also play Russians that don't like the R-60, the R-73, and most of the other ones that fly with AIM-9Ls or anything like that will complain, or not even that, will complain about the R-73 no matter what as well. So it's complicated, right? But I think everybody should have it, or nobody should have it in its full capacity. It doesn't matter, you know. But anyway, this was it, guys. Just taking a look on the guided amp weaponry data. Sorry about the way that the videos are, and I'm kind of tired. We are kind of moving out from here, me and my girl, so it is kind of being really stressful, right? And I'm basically using my pauses between moving some stuff and selling some stuff on the house to actually make videos. So sorry about that. Make sure to subscribe. We're trying to hit 15,000 subscribers until the end of the year. And I see you guys on the next one. So bye, guys. See you.